Welcome to the August Energy Update. We are Peyton, Corey, and myself, Yaila, and we bring in three unique perspectives to update you on what's possibly to come, what you might expect for this month. So if you've tuned into the videos before, Peyton channels the Pleiadian, the High Council, High Council of the Pleiadians. Corey does the astrology report, and I tap into the collective for collective reading. So hop in. We have a great month for you. So Peyton, what do the P's have to say?
Thanks, Yaila. Hey guys, I'm Peyton, and as y'all know, I channel the Pleiadians. So when I checked in with them to see what is coming up for us in the month of August, they were absolutely on fire. They had so much information for us for August that I'm just going to be able to give you the highlights today. So I am going to put the full story on my YouTube channel as a Pleiadian point of view. So check that out if you want the full scoop. Today, we are going to just hit the highlights. So the first thing the Pleiadians wanted us to know about the August energies is that the energies that are going to be rolling in and have already started to roll in are going to be extremely strong, extremely heavy, and extremely intense. So what they said is going to be unusual about the energies we're going to be experiencing is that these energies, while very dense, feeling kind of heavy, are going to be very ungrounding. And that is something that usually happens when we have high vibrational energy coming in. So according to the Pleiadians, some things that we may want to be on the lookout for are feeling a little disoriented in these energies, feeling a little dizzy, a little like we're not quite in our bodies. So these energies are going to make us feel a little spacey. And I can see what the Pleiadians are saying. I have already started to feel this coming in. And one thing that they are recommending to us as we navigate the August energies is that we be very careful, because it is easy in these energies to kind of space out without realizing you've done it. And I know what they mean. I have already locked myself out of the house once and slammed my hand in the door twice while thinking I was fully present. So these are energies that kind of sneak up on you. So for August, it is a great idea to double check everything. Make sure you have your keys in your hand. Make sure you unplug the curling iron, because it is going to be very easy for things to kind of slip by you that you don't realize until it's too late. So the energies are going to be a little weird in August. Now, when I asked the Pleiadians to talk a little bit about what is going on behind this, what is the energy we're going to be processing, what they wanted us to understand is that we are in the process of transmuting or working through two major energy templates or planetary templates. And that is just a fancy word for saying a massive energy. So the energies we're going to be moving through in August are, first of all, the energy of shame. And as soon as they told me that, I was like, oh, that does not sound like a good time. And it may not be. So just knowing that this is something we are going to be handling, we are going to be purging, it's just good to know that it's coming. So that one may not be so much fun, but we're going to be moving a lot of collective shame energy, getting it out of our fields. But what is really driving the bus in the month of August is that we are moving through the planetary energy of separation. And this, y'all, is a massive energy. It is a monster. As the Pleiadians like to say, this is the glue that holds the 3D realm together. So as we start to process the template or the energy of separation, a really cool thing happens. We pull out with that all the other limiting beliefs, energy templates that cause so much pain and suffering on our planet, because everything stems from separation. So what we are essentially doing is having an opportunity in August to do a major purge of all of our limiting beliefs, all of our density. And the Pleiadians kind of compare this to, they like to describe it as ripping 3D out by the roots, because once you process separation, you process everything on top of it. All of that pain, all of that lack, all of that separation and limitation comes out with it. So this is a huge opportunity in August to really do some major purging. And one thing that they wanted us to know as we start to just process this massive energy is that it can make the mind freak out a bit, because what we are essentially doing is pulling the rug out from under our reality, because the whole 3D experience, the whole 3D game is based on separation. So as we start to process that and get rid of that, guess what? All of that limitation built on top of it starts to collapse. And that makes the mind freak out a little bit. So the Pleiadians wanted us to know that some ways this can show itself in August is that we may notice that all of our negative thoughts are coming up at once, one after the other. Everything you have ever struggled with may be coming up for you to process all at the same time. Now, another way this can manifest is it can make the mind kind of spin out a little bit. So what I've noticed over the past couple of days is I'll have little periods of time where my mind gets over agitated, almost like a toddler on too many cookies, just can't settle down. So you may notice this in your mind as our minds and our egos try to process the breaking down of our old reality. And so the other thing that can come up with this is we can see instability in our external world, because we are breaking down the entire framework of our old reality. So all of that fun stuff is coming up for us in August. So while this is very strong, it's going to be a very intense month. It is also the opportunity for huge transformation, because we are changing the entire game. So August is going to be a hugely powerful month for us. And the other good news that the Pleiadians wanted us to know about the August energies is they said that lightworkers and starseeds can start to expect to see their confidence skyrocket. They said we are going to be rock solid in our belief in who we are, what we are here to do in the world, and what we believe in. They said we are not going to be entertaining mediocrity anymore. So we are very likely to have no patience for those people who refuse to do their own work, those lower vibrational timelines that are trying to tempt our attention. They said lightworkers and starseeds are going to start feeling like they are standing in their power. They are going to realize that we are the leaders of the new world, the new energy that is moving in, and we're going to start to finally feel confident in that. So that is something for us to look forward to, is to really start seeing ourselves become more confident in who we are and what we are here in the world to do. So those are the major things that we can expect in the August energies. It is going to be a wild ride. So that is what the Pleiadians wanted to share with us. Corey, what is going on in our astrology?
Wow, Peyton, I love what the piece had to say. Thank you very much, ladies. And of course, it's all coinciding with one another. That's what I love about us three getting together and reading energies in our own different modalities, but it all seems to sync up together. So I do the astrology report. So this is the astrology report for August 2023. So as I always do, is that the first part of the energies, I always give you, there are two parts, there are two different energies. Well, there are many, but predominantly the sun's energy in 1 month. So the beginning part of August, we are in Leo season. And what does Leo represent? Leo represents living large. You know, the actor who is on stage, the lion that roars. Also, Leo rules the heart. So we are having big energies in August in the beginning part. I loved what the piece said when it came to the self-esteem, you know, feeling really confident. That is part of Leo season as well. So the first part of August is Leo season. So that's living from the heart. That's romance. It's a fire sign. So it's a big energy. And the second half of August is in Virgo season. So Virgo is the purist, loves to organize. So if you find yourself wanting everywhere you are to be organized, or like the piece said, purging, 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 and reorganizing your life, reorganizing business, reorganizing your personal space, that is Virgo season. Virgo also rules our health. So you might find that the second half of August, that you might be more concerned about your health, or there might be some health issues that come up. So pay attention to that. On top of that, with the energies, we are getting closer and closer to Aquarius, the age of Aquarius. We have a lot in Aquarius now. We're on the precipice. So the energies are getting larger, more intense. More energy coming from the sun. Our ascension is escalating. So with that, being in Virgo season, it is calling us to pay attention to our health. There are times when we have large coronal mass ejections. If you watch the Schumann resonance and the numbers on how the energy is hitting our planet, that's one way. But we get physical symptoms from the Schumann resonance, from the energy hitting our planet. So determining whether that is the energy hitting us or whether there really is something that you need to take care of immediately. I know for me that when the Schumann resonance comes in and very strong, sometimes I have heart palpitations. That's one of the symptoms for me that I go, oh, we just got hit with a lot of energy. And because the sun, the first half of August is in Leo, big energy, we are having a lot of energy from the sun, cosmic energy hitting us. And it is meant to help us move into that age of Aquarius. So August is going to be strong, very organized in the second half. I loved what the piece said about, you know, you might feel a little dizzy, you might feel a little disorganized. You know, like Peyton mentioned, losing your keys. I have already been feeling that. We have, by the end of August, we will have 6 planets in retrograde. And so the planets that are going to be retrograde are Pluto, that's in Capricorn, Saturn, which is in Pisces, Neptune, which is in Pisces, Venus, Mercury will be going retrograde on the 23rd of August. And it will be going retrograde in Virgo. So organize. And also the planet Uranus. So what does it mean when planets are retrograde? It's review, rewind, redo. So if you expect to get a lot of movement forward in the 3D plane, you will get frustrated. So know that, pay attention to your environment, plan ahead if you're going anywhere. Know that things are going to take longer than they normally would because retrogrades slow us down. August is a month for a lot of inner work, both in our physical plane and our emotional plane and our spiritual plane. Because Saturn is in Pisces, it would be a great time to take spiritual classes, learning about energy, spiritual work, having a spiritual discipline. When that's in retrograde, that's a great time to be doing that and getting it into a practice. So Uranus will be in retrograde until next year, January 24th. Mercury will be in retrograde until September 15th. Venus will be in retrograde until September 3rd. So these are longer retrogrades. Neptune will be in retrograde till December 6th. And Saturn will be in retrograde until November 4th. And Pluto will be in retrograde till October 10th. So we have this time in retrograde season to go back, do the inner work, and redo, revisit, because the energies are going to be intense. Self-care is very important. August is going to be very strong and yet slow. It's a great month too, though, for romance because of that Leo first half season and Virgo, which is, an earth sign. All right. So I'm briefly going to go over the moon cycle, and then we'll have more throughout the month. We've had our full moon in Aquarius on August 1st. And this is a taste as to moving into that Aquarian age. So if you felt detached, if you felt like purging, I know for me, I purged so much in this full moon in Aquarius. All the old stuff gone. Just purged it because I could be very easily detached from it. So that full moon, and it's a super moon. We have anywhere from 4 to 6 super moons a year. We have 4 super moons in a row. This is the full moon in Aquarius is the second of the 4 super moons. The super moon means that the moon comes in closer to the Earth than a regular full moon. So we do feel it very strongly. And we have 2 full moons in the month of August, 2 super moons in the month of August. So we have the full super moon, August, the first, which we did. We have a new moon in Leo on August 16th. So the new moon is about creating, setting an intention. Being that all these planets are retrograde this month, even though we have the new moon and setting intentions, which is amazing, it's going to be in Leo. So love, what does your heart feel? Could be romance. But because we have all these planets in retrograde, it might be a good idea to also release, make a list of what you'd like to release, even though it's a new moon, because we're in all these retrograde planets happening. And the energies are so strong and so intense that it's a great time to purge what no longer serves you. I said a while back, probably the beginning of the year, with these planetary energies, we either choose to make the change or we're going to be dragged kicking and screaming because change is happening whether we like it or not. And so doing that also release on the new moon on August 16th with the Leo new moon is also a good idea before you set an intention, because we need to clear as much of our inner stuff, our outer stuff as we can right now. We want to be light as we can so we can fly as high as we can. And then we have another full supermoon on August 30th. And that's in Pisces, which is amazing. So again, Pisces is the last zodiac sign of the month. Last zodiac sign in astrology. And the higher vibration of Pisces is the mystic, is that spiritual journey, flying high and being able to live and have that spiritual way of life. The lower vibration of it is escapism, delusion. So if you find that you have been in a bit of excess in anything in your life, this full moon is a good time to release that with all the energies that are so intense. And we're being called to do a lot of inner work and a lot of outer physical purging with the intense energy. It's easy to want to escape because of that Saturn in Pisces. So that supermoon at the end of August on the 30th would be great to release those things that of the 3D world, or things that any bad habits or anything that no longer serves you, that keeps you in an illusion or disillusioned of how you would like your world to be. Because we are getting an opportunity to choose. We can use these energies, these intense energies, to do the work and do the purging and, releasing, because all this retrograde energy, releasing what no longer serves us all month. Or we can hang on tight and have a really rough go at it. So as I always say, stay in the love vibration. Choose love over fear. And release what no longer serves you. And I'll have more reports as the month goes on. I've had a lot of change myself, and so I have not been posting as much. I apologize for that, but I've had a lot of sudden changes come up, and they're for the good. You can just go with the flow and know that this is what that time is all about. So, Yaila, what does a collective energy?
Thank you so much, ladies. I always enjoy what you both have to share. So if you've tuned in the videos, you know that I just tap in live for the collective. So just give me a moment to do that. I've been getting some messages earlier today when I was getting some things done around the house, but let's just fully tap in and I'll share what is for the collective. Okay, and I always like to ask for a blessing. Creator of all that is, it's commanded and requested to please bring forth the information and healing for you tuning in, your highest and best good. Please guide me with clarity and accuracy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so when I put up I like to use a color that kind of represents the overall energy. And the first color I get is a red, and I get passion represented for red. So let me just kind of see why they're highlighting red for the month of August 2023. This one's really about what lights your heart on fire. And some of the things that were coming in before the ladies and I started recording today is changes. That David Bowie song was singing in my head all day today. Changes. It's so much change going on, quick and fast. So there's gonna be a lot of change for you tuning in, guaranteed this month, but it's really going to align you to what you're truly passionate about. And we're seeing where we are fully appreciated. We are noticing where we are truly valued. We are noticing what we truly value. And so we are going to adjust and make changes, and changes are going to happen outside of our control based around what truly lights your heart on fire. So just know whatever changes are taking place and whatever changes you feel you need to take place, it is really to let your heart be ablaze with all of those passions. So passion, passion, passion. And I'm seeing passion for how you spend your time, how you move your body, what thoughts you like to think, which people you choose to be with, what makes you really proud of the work that you provide in the world. Like, this is really a month to get clear on what you are passionate about and run with it. Even if it's just to plant some seeds, even if it's just to take some time for yourself, this is really a time, and the energy feels like for the collective, it's really supportive to help you really ignite those passions for yourself. So that's kind of the overall energy for August. Let me just kind of ask what to watch out for the collective, August 2023. Something that we've spoken about in other videos before, but this one's going to be a really big one. So watching that mind spiral. I believe it was, actually I think both the ladies touched on this, but when we have some of those beliefs about ourselves, maybe some things that we don't like. I heard the word shame in there earlier before. So when we have those like shameful things, those guilty things, maybe some grief that comes up, understanding the beliefs we are telling ourselves about ourselves based on those is really what you want to watch out for. Watching the story you are telling about yourself. Is it really in alignment to the passions that you want to create in your life? Is it in alignment to what future you want next month, next year, 5 years from now? Because it feels like this energy right now is really planting seeds, not just for this month, but it's kind of a whole new shift of how you're looking at yourself and the world and where you're spending your time. So you really want to be careful of the story you're telling yourself about yourself at this time. So just be mindful of that. Watch out for those beliefs. And beliefs are just thoughts we think over and over again. It doesn't necessarily mean they are true. It's just a habit of thought. And so some ways to get yourself out of those habits is affirmations. Write it down, say it out loud, have things post around, maybe alarm on your phone that pops up with new thoughts that you want to start believing, even if it feels a little like you're trying to fake it till you make it at first. So watch out the story you are telling yourself. Let's just see if there's anything in particular for you that could be helpful for this month of August, besides changes and watching that story. The next one is really leaning in your gratitude. Gratitude is one of those change makers that helps you create your manifestations at such a faster rate. Everything is happening for you, not to you. So if you can be grateful, I think I was watching Gabby Bernstein earlier today. She had a post about how she learned how to manifest by watching the Barbie movie. And I thought it was so brilliant because this has been coming in through some of my readings with clients. But when you're able to give gratitude for the changes. So what Gabby was sharing was in the movie, Barbie doesn't say sorry. She says, oh, thank you for letting me know. Instead of making yourself wrong for what is taking place, show gratitude for what's showing up because it's there to serve you, not to take you down. So when any changes are coming up, whether it's a change in relationship, change in your mood, change in a move, your location, whatever is coming up, even if you're spending more money than you wanted to, give gratitude that you have the money to do that. Because some of you may have been in that place before. Maybe, years ago, you didn't even have that amount of money to be able to spend in the first place. So your gratitude is really going to shift what you are trying to manifest out in the world. So whatever's happening, thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Even if you're not sure why it's a thank you just yet, the universe loves a grateful heart. And then, of course, those beautiful, wonderful things. One of my favorite quotes to say is, thank you, more please. So when good things are happening to you, say thank you to the universe. Ask for more. You are more than welcome to ask for more. This is a co-creation process. So your golden ticket this month is going to be gratitude for every little thing that shows up. Even if it's just to thank yourself for paying attention to that old story that you used to tell yourself all the time and you caught yourself as soon as you did it and be like, thank you for that awareness. I'm so glad I can change my belief on that. So you are a really powerful creator when you use gratitude. It's your golden ticket this month. Let me see if there's any further messages to share. This is a month of standing in your power. So if you felt like, and I think Corey touched on this, I did too. I think you saw the previous video when I cried. A lot is changing. Maybe you felt kind of knocked down. I know I have, kind of working through different things. So if you are in a season that's a little bit more dormant for yourself, if you felt like you've been knocked down, you're not sure what next steps to take, this is the month to learn how to stand in your power. Your passions, your heart, your gratitude is going to guide you on that path. And you are a divine child of the universe, of God, source, creator. The fact that you have a physical body in this physical realm means you are meant to be here. So stand in your power, follow your passions, watch those beliefs, and use gratitude as your golden ticket, and you will have a beautiful month of August. So ladies, anything else that you would like to share? No.
Well, that's the heart. Yeah, Yaila, thank you for that energy update.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You're making me cry.
No, I'm grateful for that message. And I'm grateful that I have a lot of friends that we do gratitude lists that we send to one another every day. And it is life-changing to stay in gratitude. It really is. Even through the worst of times or what seem to be challenges. Thank you. Grateful for the opportunity. There are lots of opportunities in August, if we look at it that way and be in gratitude. So
some of those days where I was just having a rough day, I was grateful that tomorrow was a new day so I could start over. I could try again tomorrow. You know what I mean? So if you get something for today, think of, hey, you know what? I'm grateful to be able to wake up tomorrow and try again. So,
Peyton, go ahead.
How about for you, Peyton? Do you have anything else you want to add?
One thing that the Pleiadians always like to remind me, in line with what you ladies were just saying, is it doesn't matter what happens to you. It matters how you react to it. And that's where gratitude comes in, because we can't control how things manifest, but we can control how we feel about it and how we handle it. And coming from gratitude means you are responding in love. And like Corey pointed out, that's the channel you want to be on.
Yeah, love that.
Yeah, love that. Thank you, Peace. We do love that. So that's the energy of August, is that it's going to be intense. You get to choose. Are you going to choose to take it as an opportunity or fear and defeat?
I like thinking of it as it's going to be powerful, because intense can sound scary, even though that was the word that the Pleiadians used too. It's going to be powerful for us.
Yep. Choose your adventure. Choose your adventure this month.
Yes. No. Yep.
We hope our messages were helpful for you. If you would like to connect with any of us, follow Peyton's P's messages. All of our links are below in each of our videos, our websites, our social media posts. You can see that. They're also going to be listed throughout this video, so you can always scroll through each of ours. So feel free to reach out, connect with any one of us. We all do readings in our own way. So feel free to connect if you'd like more personalized information, and see the links below. Otherwise, we appreciate your beautiful comments, your wonderful heart, your time here, and we will see you next month for another energy update. Thank you so much.
Bye for now.